Okay, I'm going to go over some things that are on my mind, some things from Twitter and some things from the news. And I'm going to start by sharing this tweet from just an insignificant bot who loves Alita. Of course, he's not really a bot. He's just playing with that because some people have been calling us bots. And so the point that I want to start, or the point that I want to make in this video is that we, Alita Army, are we're making progress. Not just making progress, but we are actually winning. All we have to do to continue winning is to just stay on the course that we're on. And so we're not in a position where we're really fighting. We're not fighting so much uphill anymore. Of course, we still have a little bit of an uphill battle to go, but it's not like it was back in February or March. We're let's just say using the sports analogy here, we're ahead. We're ahead in the game. So when you're ahead in the game, you don't need to get distracted with the other team's attempts to taunt you or to get you, especially if you know you're hockey and you're playing hockey or whatever, attempts to get you to take penalties or do stupid things that will give them a chance to get back in the game. So when you're ahead, you need to play smart. Keep focused. Don't get distracted by the drama. So I'm just saying that because those of us who have been on, especially on Twitter, because I keep mentioning Twitter because Twitter is the place where we have been doing most of our, I'm going to call it outreach. This is the place where we do most of our outreach, right? This is where Alita Army began to really make an impact. So when you're on Twitter, you're not living in a bubble. You can if you use black bots, but for the most part, you are going to be exposed to other people's opinions. You're going to be exposed to other people's point of views, and you have to. It's a lot harder to stay in your comfy little bubble. So if you have a certain perspective that you want to protect, a certain ideology that you want to protect, YouTube is a good place to do it, but not on Twitter. And especially if you're actually reaching out to people like Alita Army was doing, you're going to run it up against those people who have different opinions. And we've been reaching those people, and we've seen progress little by little. And we knew ahead of time that when the Blu-rays dropped and the digitals dropped, that people were going to see the movie and that they were going to begin to change. The opinions were going to begin to change. And so it's just like in some of the recent articles that I've been showing, like even with the Mary Sue and with Forbes, you are seeing these attitudes begin to change. There's a shift happening. So we've been watching it and we've been seeing the shift happening. So we know that we're winning, even if it's just not, we haven't won yet, but we are winning. We can see that. So it becomes absolutely pointless to continue going back to the past and to continue being angry about things that already happened. First, you're not going to ever change what happened, but how you move forward is completely up to you. And if you continue to do things that are harmful not only to you, to your cause, to your movement, and to Alita, then it's on you. You can't place the blame on anybody else or on the media even, because at this point there's no reason to go back to those things and revisit those old battles that we've already fought. Let's keep moving forward. And so another thing I need to point out is that when I bring up these other articles like the Mary Sue and Forbes or whatever, it's entirely reasonable to acknowledge when they do something good. That's not quite defending them or forgetting anything that happened in the past. No, it's just that you can be on the opposite side of somebody and still recognize when they do something that actually is to your advantage. And that is what I do. When they do something that is actually to our advantage, that shows that the tide, that the let's just say the wind is at our backs now, then we need to look at that for what it is. You don't have to be friends with them. You don't have to embrace them, but just recognize that there's a shift happening and that the momentum is going your way. So this is the same thing I'm going to do with this CBR article that came out last night, and I'm going to show you that. But after, I just want to let you look at a few more of these tweets that that this person shared, and also what I have been noticing in a lot of these tweets. You're not going to see them here, but in a lot of these other tweets, you will have people say, I loved Alita Battle Angel. I just saw this movie. I love Alita Battle Angel. Hashtag Alita Army. What that has showed again is that we have made a huge impact. And if you're one of those people who have been representing Alita Army, you've been doing it positively. You've been buying the Blu-rays, telling other people to watch the movie, and hopefully, pushing them to buy the Blu-rays and doing all of that and supporting any way you can as part of this campaign. Well, then you've made a big impact as well. And so you can't really overlook the importance of people who you never even met before saying, I love this movie. I'm glad I saw it. Hashtag Alita Army. That can't be, the importance of that can't be overstated. The media multiple times has acknowledged our presence. We've I would say that we have definitely reached the ears of the producers and the studio execs, and they know we're out here. They know that we're a positive force for Alita, and that is another thing that is very important for sequel hopes. The fan base, the vocal fan base, the what do you call it? If there was nobody speaking about this movie, especially during those important months of March, April, May, June, when there was no Blu-ray available, then there would have been there would have been an indication that there was no interest in a sequel, and there definitely would have been a very likely chance that there wouldn't be a sequel. But we made our voices heard. You need to understand that is very important, that we have been heard. And you've been heard when you see people on Twitter, random people from just wherever, hashtagging Alita Army. You've been heard. This is very important. Okay, so on to this article. Okay, so here is the article from CBR. Here's a tweet that I sent out. I screenshot it, and I said that in this tweet, I have thoughts about what's said in today's CBR article. If anyone wonders how I found it, it's because I've been searching for Alita news for hours now. Don't believe that. That's not my problem. And this will start a thread. Okay, so yeah, as I said, I was looking for Alita Battle Angel news, hitting refresh, and watching the news, especially because, as I almost forgot to mention, Rosa Salazar was nominated for an Imagine. It's pronounced differently because it's Latin or Spanish, so I'm actually pronouncing it wrong, but she's nominated for Best Actress, and I was trying to keep watch on that, and we still haven't heard anything yet, but as soon as we find out if she's won or not, we'll let you know. But I'm definitely keeping an eye on that. So anyway, I was looking for Alita Battle Angel news while keeping an eye on that, and I saw the CBR article come up, and I read it, and it is definitely a completely different tone than the last one we had. The last one that was written by the same writer, threw, as we told him, threw the entire Alita Army movement under the bus when it associated us with the Alita versus Captain Marvel rivalry resurfacing. And as we told him, we had nothing to do with that. When people started, when the Blu-rays went on sale and even the digitals went on sale, and people instantly began to start talking about Captain Marvel again for no reason. They didn't have to do it. We were winning, but they went and did it anyway. And we told them not to do it. Say, don't do this. It's a bad look. Don't do it. It's not going to end well. Sure enough, the media grabbed onto it and put them on blast and threw Alita Army in the mix with them, which we did not want. And so Alita Army ended up in the news in a bad way, and Alita Battle Angel ended up in the news in a bad way. And yeah, sorry to say, this is something that's going to hurt us, but at least this recent one that just came out is better. Once again, I'm not defending this person. I'm not defending this article, but I'm just going to call it what it is. This is better than what we got. First of all, Alita Army is not mentioned in it, which is great. I'd rather not be mentioned at all than be mentioned in a bad way. That is the truth. Just don't even mention Alita Army. Yeah. And so, but what the writer does in this one, not only does he not mention Alita Army in a bad way, but he also says that I'll just read this whole thing. Cameron has already stated that he plans to make the film into a trilogy, or the films into a trilogy. But will these plans come to fruition? If you want to see the planned sequels be made, it might be best to do the following. Show enthusiasm, for better or for worse. A lot of the online discourse surrounding Alita has been toxic. And that's true. He's not lying. But at the same time, if he's kind of talking about the current conversation, because from the months of, let's just say, March or May or April to June, there was no toxicity. We were doing a good job. We were doing great. No problems. Alita Army was kicking butt. It wasn't until the Blu-rays went on sale lately that these people who were motivated, who had other motivations, came out and started attacking Captain Marvel again. They brought the toxicity back. All right. And I'm not taking the blame for that because I told them not to do it. So they brought the toxicity back. And let's continue reading here. Certain individuals have co-opted the film to use as a weapon against films they don't like. I'm not about to defend these people. I'm not doing it. You can defend them all day long, but there was no need to do it, so I'm not defending them. Fans of the movie are sick of being associated with this element, have aggressively been trying to prove they aren't like those other fans. We've been doing that for months, and these people came along and decided to try to throw away months of work that we did. So I'm not mad at this at all. So because of the intense discourse, some people are just avoiding the film altogether, and they are. I've told you about these tweets before. I've seen the tweets. People have said that they're not going to see the movie because of this whole Captain Marvel versus Alita debate coming back again, and it's completely unnecessary. Like I said, we were winning. There was no reason to go back to that again. And let's see, some people said there, okay, which could affect chances for a sequel. And he goes on to say that the best way to make the film become a beloved cult classic is to say you like the film, explain why you love it, and see people watch it in turn. A positive attitude and lining James Cameron's pockets might help Alita 2 see the light of day. And that's what we've been saying the whole time. So we didn't need this writer from CBR to tell us that. Alita Army was already doing that for months, and that's how we made the progress we made. That's why we have people who we don't even know saying hashtag Alita Army, that they like the film. They just saw it. They just bought the Blu-ray. They liked it, and hashtag Alita Army. We did that. This is how we got to that point. We just said why we love the movie. Just Alita. That's all we were about. Just Alita. Why we love the movie. Why people need to see it. Why it's a great movie. And that was doing wonders for us. So we need to just stay on that path, not to get off into those old battles again and worrying about what was done in the past. We know what was done in the past, and people keep trying to explain it to me. I'm like, I know, I've been here covering all of that from the beginning. I know what happened. And I'm telling you that we just need to focus right now for the best thing we can do is to focus on our mission, focus on Alita, and not get sidetracked by those political battles, or even those battles about what this person said or what that person said about Alita and Alita fans in the past. We're changing it right now. We're already in the process of changing that narrative and changing that story. We've been in that process. We need to just stay on the course. Stay on the course. Don't get distracted. Stay on the course. Keep going. We're doing great. All right. So, I think that pretty much wraps it up. And another thing that you need to keep in mind too, I still see people on Facebook, especially, talking about Disney canceling Alita, and it's strange. It's like, I don't know where I guess they are believing these media articles, but the thing is, I'm just going to repeat it again. Jim Cameron owns Alita. He owns the rights. It's not Disney's call. If Disney doesn't want to make a sequel, then Jim Cameron can go to another studio or another distributor to have the sequel distributed. That's really it. The only thing that can stop the sequel from being made is people not buying the Blu-rays. So this is what we need to focus on getting people to do: buy the Blu-rays. And right now, we're not doing so bad in that because as we just learned, the movie has gotten another tax break, another about 25 million, and I guess that's Kiwi, so maybe in US is about 18 million or so, but that's still $18 million less that the movie has to make in Blu-ray sales to make a profit. And at this point, the movie is probably already beginning to make a profit. So once again, we're hitting the game, we're winning. We just need to stay on our course, stay positive, promote the movie positively, tell people why you love the movie. If you really want people to watch the movie, you don't have to say this movie sucks, this is the better movie, this is why you need to love this character because the other character sucks. If you really want them to watch the movie, tell them why they should love it. If you're a car salesman, you don't have to tell them that Ford sucks. You can tell them, just explain why your car is great, why your car is better. You don't have to explain why the other car sucks. And another thing, another way to look at it is, I've described some of these people as pretty much being like upset that they've been dumped by a girlfriend. Well, it's time to move on because you have a better one now. Alita is better than the other character. So let's stop being hung up on the other one and let's just focus on Alita, right? Pretty simple. Let's just keep our focus. Keep our focus. Positivity and enthusiasm, and that will bring people to Alita, and that will get her the fans that she needs and the sales that she needs, and that'll bring the sequel. Okay, so that's it. Thank you all for listening, and thank you for watching.